Welcome back, everybody. Well, this is going to be a 2-day video. We're going to work a bunch of calves tomorrow. Dane's coming back, but I'm going to take you along. I'm going to go out and bump them through two different pastures and get them closer to home, and then we'll catch them tonight and have them standing here in the morning so we can start working on them. That's what's happening on Ranching Sodak. All right, I got dropped off over here. Corey's going back home. Home is over that hill. From here, we're probably 3 miles to home, and they could get all the way to this side of the pasture. Yesterday, they were right down here, but with the wind blowing today, the wind's blowing from the southeast. So my guess is they've all migrated into the wind, and the gate was open. I'm hoping that they're already in that first pasture, but we'll go find out. Here's that creek I showed you a few videos back. This pasture we're in is the one that's got the tire tank up over the hill, but this creek runs the entire length of the whole pasture, and there's actually springs in here too. So even on the really dry years, there's little spring pockets that'll flow and then pool water up. Here I'm at the spring culvert. Remember how wet it was up here? And now this is all dried up. There's spring surfacing over here. Right there you can see in the cattails and stuff. There's a tremendous amount of spring pressure coming out of this side hill. We're capturing a lot of it in here, and then it's going into that tank. But there's the water level. That's where it's wanting a release, and that's the hose going out there. I got to thinking I should put a better sealed lid on these things, but maybe actually even a piece of plastic underneath the wood to keep all the little things out of here. The cows can come and rub on this, and I suppose some cow hair falls down in there or whatever. Be an idea. Basically, the wind is what saved us today. So yesterday those cows were behind us about a mile, and now I just looked in my binoculars and they're about 1.5 miles ahead from yesterday afternoon till now, but the wind has pulled them all the way up there, and that's exactly where I want them to go. We're going to move them up across that hill, and that's going to be going towards home. They like to walk into the wind in the summer, and in the winter they walk away from the wind. So imagine when they're grazing, they walk into the wind so the flies and the bugs don't bother them or whatever, but then they ultimately hit the end of the pasture, and that's when you see cattle balled up in the head of the wind. Oh, there's a coyote right there on that hill. Well, we finally caught up to some cows. I'd say we're halfway through the trip before we even got to them, so they're going the right way, which is perfect. We've got a little bottleneck of calves. They got bottled up in this little creek crossing, so put a little pressure on them. So I've kind of made my presence back here. I made a couple of back and forths. They're starting to pair, and they're starting to walk off. So now I just stop and let them start sorting it out. We got a whole slug of calves here on this side of the creek. All of them cows over there, a lot of them don't have their calves, so I don't want to just go crazy. I just let them just calmly start going that way and start pairing up. This whole group is all the cows that are 2017 and older, so whatever that math is. 7-year-old cows and up. 7 to 14-year-old cows. I guess the reason why I tell you the age of this group is because they don't move. You don't have to panic. They're not going to go nowhere. My first working group with the old group of cows, because they're more forgiving on us humans as we get the corral back to organization. We get everybody gets their game on, and then the next group will get a little bit younger, and then the last group will be our youngest, most inexperienced cows, but we'll be the most tuned in for the year because we just got done doing 300 or 300 and some cows or calves that know the system. These old girls here, they'll give you a lot of forgiveness. Well, I got her up in the corner. They're going through the gate. Sassy Pants was just there and kind of made a little commotion and drove the pickup ahead. As you can see, we moved these cows, and the only thing at the tail end is 15 pair. There is not a single, well, there's one single calf right there. Otherwise, everybody's paired up. Take it slow, acclimated to you out in the pasture. They'll pair up, and then you can move them. The next morning, Dane and Sierra showed up last night. Cows are staged out here. I got them up last evening, so bring them up into the corral. We'll start sorting on them. Had a little episode last night with this thing. Oh, I can show you. These rods go in between each one of these turtles. The gearbox is fine, but these splines are getting bad, and that one spun out. So I need to get a new shaft. It could be a thing that's going to start happening as they wear out, but hopefully not. They didn't go out that lake pasture when we first brought them in here, but now this morning they are heading out there. There was bales out there. I want to get them out of here and get them all to go around the trees, and then I'll set these panels up to that gate and then it's a straight shot right up into the main lot. Right now they're wanting to head back there, which is perfect. Quick zoom in on them little guys. Little tiny baby ducks. So now we got that set up. These cows instinctively want to come back out of this pen, and now they're trapped. All they can do is go up into the main lot. They're gonna go to the back. I'm gonna go down here and push them out of this little corner, and we'll shove them up in there. Walk through the whole herd to get up and get the front started. So I'm actually at the front of the cows right now. They're going plenty fast.
Guys, welcome back. I'm back on the ranch. We just got these cows in here, flew the drone a little bit, got her going and chased them around. That was pretty neat. But yeah, I'm back on the ranch for a day here, and then I'll be back next week again for one more working day. Right now we're gonna set these panels up though, so panel time lapse right now.
We also put just a rope, a white, looks like a poly rope, but it's just a rope, back away from our creep gate or our calf funnel. So the cows will come to here virtually, and they're gonna, most cows, hot wire broke cows, aren't gonna dip underneath here. So then the calves will go underneath here, and then the calves can shoot through. Typically, we don't have to sort many calves off.
Shout out Milwaukee, they come out with the new high-powered weed eater here. Pretty good on these bigger, heavier duty ones. It's not so hard on your whipping wire. Here we are.
Watch the rocks.
That is one downfall. This can't really hit the rocks more than once.
Big Daddy.
Ooh. That's crazy.
So the girls get on their horses, and what we'll do is we'll just open this gate, and I'm gonna stand there, and the girls are just gonna go to the back, and they're just gonna sit and visit and kind of walk back and forth on that back fence. Usually what happens is the calves kind of watch the horses, and the cows want to leave, and then they'll just kind of keep sweeping this whole pen slowly, and then me and Dane are going to sort them as they go by. I'm going to bump calves over here to the right, and then the cows are going to go straight on through.
All right, cowgirls, let's see what we got here. We'll take a quick moment to shout out sponsor of the video, DF Cattle Mats. DFCattlemats.com, you can find yourself a cattle mat right here. These are 4 of them. We got them chained together going around this automatic water tank, and they've been here for quite some time. As you can see, it's still mounted up, just at perfect drinking height. They haven't had any issue with dirt coming out from under these or nothing. You can see we got a whole layer of where these cows have stepped it down and where that mat has been holding it together right there. So that's that, and then we got one over here in front of the chute, which this mat is probably one of the very first ones I ever built. It's like 6 years ago probably now, so this thing is pretty old. 6 years is a lot longer than some farm equipment will last you, but looks like we're working now, so more on that later.
Red one. Red one. working's not about how fast you can get stuff done, but there's 155 in this group. I'd say there's 150 calves, and we never sorted one calf off a gate. Every calf went into that pen. This rope here is the key. This is just a dead fake rope. The cows will come all the way to here and stop, and then the calves got a little momentum and they'll keep going, and then boom, they're in. They're wanting to go down with the cows. We're kind of getting this part of the sorting perfected. So it was 20 minutes from when we started, and we stopped to put the drone up once. Probably in 15 minutes we pulled off 150 calves, and not a single calf got whacked in the face or turned around.
Sorry folks, got my ad cut off there by a quick sorting 150 head. But anyway, this is the mat I was talking about that sits in front of the chute. This thing's been here forever, probably 5 years.
Hey, you know one thing I was thinking? People have complained or say they don't want it in front of their chute because when they walk over here, it's hard to walk on. But as we all age as ranchers, this is like an ankle exercise to keep your ankles a little bit limber. It's a nice cushiony, so you gotta kind of keep that muscle. You know, some of these guys are getting pretty good sized out here in the front, and it's like, you know, they're coming around, and this is keeping you pretty catty, you know?
They're not too, well, I mean, once you get a little layer of dirt on them, the cows don't mind them, and they're not too bad to walk on. But yeah, if you guys want to find any size mat, custom sizes, whatever you want, my phone number and everything is on the website, dfcattlemats.com, link down below. Right now this summer we're working on building another 60 for him. They're gonna go down his fence line feed bunk out here in the calves. We ran like 30 of them last year, but we need another 60. So that's what me and the boys have been up to, working on those. Check them out, go to the website, link down below, and get you some. Also, exciting news, we probably have some care packages coming soon for some of you guys if you're interested. So stay tuned for that. We're gonna go and eat a little breakfast, I think, and then get back out here with some vaccines and work these calves. Hopefully be done by noon today. All right, breakfast done. Had a little bagel. Shout out Miss Sassy Pants, aka my mother. She made us some nice little egg and bacon bagels, and Sierra helped too, so that was good. We're gonna get after it here. We got a nice little breeze, windy, pretty good wind, so hopefully we stay cool out here. Sorry if the audio is a little bad, but don't have to do anything to these cows. We're gonna band and give the calves 2 shots each. Should be able to go at a pretty good clip. We'll see if we can't get done by noon. First draft here of the summer for our summer calves. See how it goes. Oh, hello, mate. Good eye. Steers and heifers only getting 2 shots. Same 2 shots here, and then banding the bulls. What's the youngest one in here, Dad? Probably a month? A week? Wow. So far, we're looking like a good percentage. 66% bulls so far. The first time these calves have ever got touched by a human. Wow. Hello. Yeah.
Wearing your mom's belt?
Yeah, no. Actually, some old lady from my dad's hometown made this belt for him with my mom's name on it.
Show us.
Dad must have used to be a skinny man though. He had to punch new holes. That one's a wee bull. Push up. Push up. Push up. Push up. Yeah, the old bud box works pretty good for whatever you need it for. Calves, cows, any size pretty much. They all have the same brain in them. Some are just a little bit less developed. Gut shot. I should have been a cowboy. Got my old belt buckle from back at the Buckhorn Rodeo when I was probably like 8. Get in there, buddy. Yay! It's going pretty good. We're probably maybe, I don't even know, 30 minutes in, 40 minutes in. We're clipping along though. Come on. There's a new sheriff in town.
Stop!
You only need like 5.
From the bottom, and grab the hair underneath now and pull it down. There you go, and then just maybe get
This is that old mat I've been talking about, and it's working good. It's been here forever. We've never had to fill dirt in since we placed it down, so it's doing its job. As you can see, this frigging ledge right here is how much lower it would be coming out of the chute, and they don't slip. Obviously there's not a lot of slippage happening right now. It's dry, middle of summer, but when it does get icy and cold and muddy, these work great. We had a little escape calf there, aka Dad just let it out of the chute for fun. So yeah, we're on our last swath of the day of calves. Obviously, we're not swathing hay. And we kind of really ripped into it pretty hard. I think in about, probably all said and done, it's going to be 3 to 4 hours. We did 150 head, so not too bad, 4 people. Pretty good, considering we banded and gave them their first round of shots. And if it goes like it usually does, we'll have about 2 more groups of 150, and then there's always a straggler group of like 40 to 80, anywhere in there. Right around 500 total calves will work this year. If you think about it, that's only 3 half days to work everything. We would run them all in sometimes in the fall and try to do the whole thing in one day. That was okay, but I mean, you gotta mentally prepare and bang it out pretty hard, and if weather and all that jazz. So now we kind of just slip a half day of this in. I can come home half day here or there, get 150 done. You only gotta do that 3 different times, and it only ends up being like 12 total hours instead of trying to bang it out in one day. Everyone's stressed out and pissed off. By number 200, we kind of get ahead of that by only doing 150. Anyhow, while I was yapping there, I loaded them. So last little group here, we're gonna load up into the alley. Last calf is our best looking one, folks. Wow. Last of the first group, 2024, right here. Oh. Epic nut shot to end it off. Nice.
Gotta get a count on them. I must be off a few more dry cows. Pulled 6 dries off of, I think there was 154. We got to about 145 or 6 calves. That still tells me there's about 4, maybe 4 more dry cows out there that I missed.
The other thing we're ranching here at Ranching Sodak is birds. We have baby swallows living in this little shed here. Hello, boys. Get that. Yep, you got to keep your barn swallows around. They're good on mosquitoes and all the other bad bugs, so they're good birds to keep around. Then we have one more nest right here. All right, we're gonna go count these cows. There you go. Nice.
Hello. Well, our count is still not 100% correct. I don't know what's going on for sure. Do you guys remember how many I let out in that group this spring? Alrighty, the sorting was amazing. That went great. We ran them through. That went really well. Also, oh, we got to get this count figured out. There's nothing we can do about it. There is possibly a chance a couple more could calve, but I definitely got a couple more dry cows out there that I didn't pick out. Trouble with an old cow, and here's my excuse. I'm going to make an excuse right now. Trouble with trying to find old cows that are dry is their bags don't just shrink up like a young cow all the way, and they won't put on a lot of weight either necessarily because they're just old, you know. And like I said, these cows are anywhere from 7 to 14 years old in this group. So if it's a 10 or 12-year-old cow that's dry, her bag still could be hanging down there, and then she's not putting on a lot of weight just because she's an old cow. We let these guys back together for about an hour. We're gonna run and get some parts, but I'm gonna let these cows and calves go back out into our pasture for right now, and then tonight, this afternoon, evening, we'll chase them, start chasing them back to where we got them from. We're gonna have to go a little bit farther where they were. Then there's another pasture yet again to the west. So we got to go about 3 miles back. Kind of where I started is the gate to keep going to the next pasture. Well, we made her up here. This is the case in North Dakota, up in Lisbon. So I'm gonna cruise in there and see if we can't get a new one of these. Take this as a sample to make sure that it's what we want. Well, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boxes. We're under 500 bucks, so that's good. Get Sassy Pants a side job, I think, to keep the farm going. We're back. I had a little dinner, and now we're gonna put this together. This one was good from the first turtle, but I'm gonna put, since I got them both opened up, put a new shaft from there to this gearbox, and a new shaft to this gearbox, since we're this far in. I got a new set of knives, which we could probably put on all the knives to call in Sassy Pants to help me hold it up. I couldn't get it up. Oh, that doesn't sound good. I couldn't get this thing in line by myself, and then she helped run the jack, and we got it pushed over in here. Now I'm gonna put new knives on everything since we're up here at the shop. So that's where we're at, about half done with the knives. Slid my little poor man's concrete over here, and we're gonna do this side. Well, I'm gonna fire it up. You guys hang out in here, kind of make sure everything's going all right. Nothing's clicking or clanking. I had the radio all the way up and the door closed. I couldn't hear anything loud. Did you guys hear anything? I think we'll go finish that little bit where I was at last night. Well, I got her done. That wasn't that much. It was 2 little pieces. It maybe took 15-20 minutes. There's a lot of rocks out here though, so once we get this raked, we're gonna have to spend some time on these hills. And this isn't very big. This piece is maybe only 20 acres or 18 acres or something, so the hills are bad. I knew it was bad. We broke this up. This was CRP, and we leveled it off maybe 5-6 years ago, and I've always cut it with a sycamore. And I knew there was plenty of rocks out here, but we need to spend some time. What showed up in the mail today. Dean Johnson, you outdid yourself, my man. 25 hats. Dean says he used to drive truck all over the road and he'd get a free hat hauling equipment from 1997 to 2000. So he sent me a bunch of hats. Thank you very much. Please don't everybody start doing this. I can only wear one at a time. 6 o'clock at night, 6 o'clock in the morning, no, 6 o'clock in the evening. Dane and Sierra are heading up to Valley City to the trailer court, and Ellie is gonna go finish baling. There's only about a half hour left. The girls baled almost all that barley yesterday when I was cutting. Me and Sassy Pants are gonna get in the truck, go get the truck, head down to Johnson's and get a load of hay, move the telehandler down there. Run the strokes today, will be on the highway. Oh yeah, you're on candid camera. Well, this is where we've been trying to get. This is down to Wayne's. This is like 8 or 9 miles from our place. I think there's 100, right at 100 bales that we made down in here. This is a small little waterway between these 2 crop grounds, and then there's about a 40-acre field up over the hill. We'll start here. I think there's 11 bales here, and then we'll have to go around and Here's what we've been waiting for all day, folks. 2 of these bad boys going on the grill. Ellie got done baling, so that's good. We got that load of hay hauled. Can't figure out how to dump that first load without getting tangled up, but we'll figure it out. Quite a day, a lot of different things, a lot of good help. I'm gonna eat this steak, so thanks for tuning in, and we will catch you on the next one. Peace.